Okay, so 10 of 15. Let's look at the replay. There's a heavy machine gun somewhere, or a tank. Okay, looks like they're moving up around this side. I'm just gonna go on to check formation, leader suppression, and we'll look around after we're doing that, doing all of that. So, should I even bother trying to rally these guys? I don't know. Well, he'll be pinned, and that's probably he is in there in the trench. I don't know how many. He's taken 3 casualties so far. When he's gone, he's gone. I don't even know where I could put him. Like there's no place to move him, right? So anyway, I'll try rallying him, and it failed. So we're done. I think all of the infantry here are just a write-off. I might be able to save those guys. These guys will not be able to get out of the way. There's just no way they can move fast enough. I mean, they are now probably moving very quickly, so. And I said I wasn't going to be looking around, and I started looking around. Oh, boy. Well, he's not going to know that does not have any weapons yet. I think I should just get it out of there. I mean, what can it do? It's a recon unit it can spot, but it's not. As a vehicle, it doesn't really spot that anywhere near as well as infantry, despite being recon. So it's not going to help it. Might as well just pull it back. You'll probably wonder why, but that's not my problem. Well, you'll figure it out. I mean, it's fairly. I think it's fairly obvious why I would do that. I can't. There's no other reason. I mean, that is the only utility value of it is the anti-aircraft machine gun on it, which is still leaves me with a rather damp eyes because I mean it is just ridiculous. I've had 3 MG34s malfunction in one battle, and my prediction stands. There will be another one, or something similar, like another, like a vehicle or something. Vehicles are a little bit better because they can be repaired sometimes if there's enough time. But it is possible for them to be repaired, so you may actually get it back into action, so it's not quite the same thing. Not as fatal, so to speak. Don't know what I'm gonna do here. I really need to get moving, but we've got some units here, and I'm allowing him to build up his force there, I think. I wish I had, like, this is where my experience really hurts. First sign of armor. First sign of armor. Okay, so there's 2 of them here. He needs to be rallied. I know there's no mines there. Okay, well, that's good enough for now. And he's okay, but he's a bit suppressed. Kind of interesting. He's pushed armored cars forward to do the job I would expect him to do with infantry. I wonder if his casualties amount have gotten quite high. So I have been hurting him quite a lot. Oh, which reminds me, I need to look at the replay again. And I might as well... no, let's not do that yet. Back up. I must remember to set the log. They're actually in pretty good shape here. Apart from combat friction. Now, I assume there will be mortars in the next turn. Okay, so these guys are gonna have to move off on their own. I don't know. I mean, I would never have expected the armor to arrive here. Well, okay, he's seen my anti-tank rifle teams in the south. That's probably why, and hasn't seen any here. So I may need to send them off on their own. Actually, I don't know what I can do. Because they won't have a commander close by. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And it's gonna take them several turns to get into position anyway. Fuck. Really don't know what I'm doing in this battle. Really don't. Oops. Let's see. No, this is land. You're not at sea here. Okay. And nope, suppression. The only thing I can do is try to get the anti-tank units that move that way. I guess. Well, I don't know what we can do here. I honestly don't. I don't think they've seen those guys yet because they haven't fired on them. I mean, it would make sense, right? So, maybe I can move them a little bit. I don't know. He still needs to be rallied, but he failed. Fucking hell! So he's stuck there. Fuck me. This battle just. I don't know. It's just going all wrong for me. Okay, well, let's just try and get to the end. I mean, they're on turn 10. There's still 6 more turns left. I don't know. The battle where everything goes wrong. I'm trying to think of the title for this battle. Everything goes wrong. That sounds like a title that might work, because it's pretty much, well, it's not all going wrong. It's just the battle where you really see how much I suck. It's a bit long. All right, so we're done with checking suppression. I'm gonna need to watch the replay again, and okay, so I don't actually need to. It's actually not much action took place then, but I'm going to watch it again. Into the file. So it's a good thing I didn't move forward there, actually. 75mm is not really delivering much of a punch. I mean, the mortars are probably 80mm, so that's giving more suppression than the 75mm howitzer is. It's an odd thing. So some of these guys are retreating at the end here. None of my guys were, which is strange. They should be. I mean, I've got routed units that are just sitting there. One of those peculiarities of the game sometimes just doesn't behave the way you like. Wow! Okay, so you sent the unit in and already had 5 casualties. Okay, so that's pretty much a sign he's not got a lot left. I think. I mean, just basically standard practice is you try to avoid using that weak a unit because it's going to be if it gets destroyed, then it's much easier to destroy it, so you're gonna lose more of that points. That seems to be a bit, which I'm thinking that seems to be a bit desperate. Like he doesn't have, maybe he doesn't have that much left here. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that's all I can. I'm just trying to interpret, and then that's one conclusion you could draw from that. Okay, so it was already at 4. We caused one more casualty, then we caused another casualty, then they pulled back, and then this was on. So here we have another one that had 6 casualties before it moved into attack. We caused a casualty, and then we caused another one. It's very likely these units dispersed when they pulled back, because that's a hell of a lot of casualties. Although I don't know what the full strength of them might have been. If it was 11 or something, then maybe not. I think disperse only happens when you're down to like 1 or 2. Or it depends on the morale. I think that could be it. Then we had an exchange that didn't seem to go anywhere, and caused more casualties. Okay, the German infantry are showing their stuff here. I mean, this is why. This is what you'd expect, but I mean, in the south, it's more to do with the fact that I just set up a really, really bad situation, and one platoon could not handle it. No way. So 7 casualties on that one. 7 casualties. Ow! 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 Okay, that was not very much combat. Now, we have armor here. It would be prudent to move up these guys, but the area to move that way. If I move them very fast here, no chances of them being seen by somebody. Problem is, the commander's over here. Ideally, then we would want to move this entire platoon up this way. But that's probably a bit too much. Or maybe not. maybe not. Really depends on how much cavalry went through here. We really can't tell because I don't have line of sight, and he's using the terrain perfectly here. So, and this guy can't move because he won't rally. He's too suppressed, even though his suppression is only 13. He didn't even get attacked, so I don't get it. He did not even get attacked, so why is his suppression gone up? He was fine at the end of the last turn. Heavy MG firing, 20 X's. Actually, it is in here, so it is in the log, so it's not like we didn't see where it came from. Usually if it's firing at 20 X's, you have no idea. It doesn't tell you, because it's too far away for you to have realized that, where it actually came from. Which actually might give me a chance to figure out where it is. But not that I can do much about it. Yeah, there's no attacks against the... there's no attacks against the... Let's see. Sometimes it's easy, because I can actually search the file rather than... Nope, it's not in there. So, okay, let's look around up here. One thing is, though, the red dots have diminished a little bit, but not here. Not where it matters. Okay, so now none of these guys can move in. Okay, so the support platoon is going to be moving this way. It looks like there's not most of the infantry have moved up this side, and they're now operating behind this side, and so there's no point in these guys staying here. So I think they'll move that way and onto that slope. They're going to move around there and take those. I'm not defending them at all, so there's nothing I can do. Okay, so I'm going to move those ones that way. So until that happens, they may need to take those armored cars on by themselves. Let's look around. Nothing attacked us here the last turn, so he's now waiting for me to move forward here, I think. Which I'm gonna have to do, obviously, but attacking is always so much harder than waiting for me. I'd rather be the person waiting for the enemy to run into my bullets. Sacrifice themselves in my bullets rather than do it the other way around. When you're attacking, you have to be willing to take casualties. I'm not that willing to do it. So, every unit's valuable. You need to worry about it. We haven't seen anything here. Not sure why the smoke was put up on that side. I still don't know. There must be something. There must be something back there. Okay, well, let's see. So far I haven't spotted any mines. Now, it could be mines in this one because it's easy to lay a mine. The engineers lay mines in front of themselves, so that is. probably will need to rally him again. Yeah. Yeah, well, he hasn't been seen because he hasn't been fired at. Look how little I've got on the map, eh? Just look at that. So, I mean, 3 active platoons. 3, count them. 3 active platoons. Wow. Um, hmm. Very scary. Let's see. Here. We have those guys in there. Enemies seen. Okay, they're all right in front of us. Okay, I don't know what I can do here. He will not rally, so the platoon leader will not rally. Even if I try rallying these, I doubt it. I mean, it's at 77 and 67. I don't think that'll get me anywhere. So, they must have dispersed after this, because it doesn't say they were destroyed. Yeah, they must have been destroyed. I don't see how they could not have been. Should be lots of red here against these guys. Yep, we've lost 3 platoons. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Routed and then 2 destroyed in there. Okay. I'm gonna see if they shoot at them. Moving across the line of sight, they should. That's like 3 hexes. They really should be shooting at me. I'm moving closer to him, so he ought to opportunity fire. He did not. Okay, that's weird. Well, they'll see them next turn, so what you can do about it. I'm just gonna keep moving this way. There's no point. This is the best cover there is. If I move back this way, they will just they'll just be spotted sooner, really. So what I'm going to do is maybe put some suppression on some of them. He is pinned, so he's got some suppression. I'm sure if I fired some of these, they will probably... Unfortunately, I don't have enough things to fire at them, so... More of them. Okay, anti-tank rifle team moving up here. Wow, dangerous place for tank to be. There could be more of those guys around. Okay, well, we're just gonna move these this way. These are going to move this way. We might be in line of sight of some guys. I don't know. Don't worry about it for now. They'd have to be pretty far away. There's nobody. There's nobody that I can see. Like the obvious place would be on top of the hill down here. On this hill here, but there's nobody obvious on it yet. So. That is actually an LMG, so we probably want to keep it. Yeah, actually, let's move them all this way, since that's where the platoon is headed. Um, we'll leave them there for the moment. Just put them slightly out of communication, out of visual range, but that's okay. These guys may actually fire at some things. I don't know. I don't think they've got anything in range. No. Yeah, we'll do that like that. Now, these guys have stayed in the same position for a long time. That's probably not a good idea. There's probably a lot of it, because there were 2 platoons moving up here, I think. So one of them is in here, I think, probably behind this area. As soon as one guy moves up, he's completely suppressed and he won't be able to really fight on by more than one enemy unit. Suppression will jump through the roof and he won't be able to do anything else. If I can get him there, we can actually maybe use him to put some suppression on that. These LMGs should be effective at that range, and they're not likely to opportunity fire back at him, I think. We'll find out the hard way. Let's try rallying him again. Okay, he can move. He wants to or not is probably more the question. I'm gonna leave these guys in this position. I don't know if they've been seen. We need to move forward here. I need to figure out a path. Last time I checked, there were units over here. If I move forward again, they will probably spot me this time. My past experience has shown it really works twice. You really get away with it twice, and you never get away with it 3 times somehow. So one would think you should be, if you did it once, you would be able to do it every single time, but there's obviously some random factors involved that changes it, and it might be something to do with the suppression, like that idea that because unit suppression goes up when there's the possibility of enemy being close by. So when something moved adjacent, maybe their suppression goes up. That might be a hint to the other player that something happened, right? And then they might change something. So, but I need to move forward here, and I the scouts to figure out a path. That's going to be difficult. Well, the advantage of moving through here is that this is all orchards. Disadvantage of moving across here is that this is road, and so he's exposed on the road. And nothing can fire at him across here. So whatever he finds and whatever shoots at him, more likely is not going. I mean, that's the more likely result. Whatever, because he has no cover on the road. Actually, cover on the road is cover on pavement, which I'm assuming a primary road is the same as mixed, which is kind of weird. It should be far worse, right? So I don't know why it's done that way. Mysteries of the game. Yet another one. Yeah, there's nothing explicit in these tables about like a paved road. There's something called pavement. There's a dirt road. There's snow, which I'm guessing is a secondary road. But so basically pavement and mixed are the same. That's putting a lot of. I don't think I agree with that. But what can you do, right? Okay, so we're gonna have to do this. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, well, okay, I got something that can shoot at him. The range is just too fucking long. Yeah. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Oops, now I can't remember which way I moved. I think I moved over here. Because the units were there and there. I don't want to do that again. We put some suppression on him, but I can't get anybody else up there to help him out. guard. Right, well, that's what we're gonna do with those guys. They're creeping forward, there's nothing. I don't really can't really see if that I can move forward faster. I know there's enemy units close by. Gotta ferret them out. They seem to be lying in wait and not easily suppressed somehow. I don't know why. I'm actually going to put him here because if they move forward, it's on. Yeah, let's do that. Change of viewpoint. Let's have a look around. Yeah, let's put him here. He's still in visual, so I'm going to leave him there for the moment. If nothing shows up by next turn, and he's going to move forward. Rear guard kind of deal that, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if there's mines here, that's the problem. I mean, we've got engineers close by, and they were probably laying mines, but I don't see any. Okay, there may be mines here, maybe in a minefield. This is entirely possible to walk into one and not actually trigger it, so. There may be mines all the way across here, but my scouts are just not adequate. 60 experience. The experience that I've got in this for the units are really kind of sad. But I guess it has to happen at sometimes. I mean, you basically don't get very experienced units. It's just sometimes they behave better than others, I guess. There's enough of them that have higher experience that you don't really notice the fact that the average experience is actually quite low. This side, I don't know. We have these guys. They are ready. I don't have anybody who can move up to help them. Now I'm gonna actually watch the replay again. I want to see what this guy attacked some unit that moved up here. I get a sense of how many casualties those were. So. They might have been dispersed. I have a suspicion that the units that was fighting here were actually dispersed. Let's see. So it would have been the second group here. Yeah, it was this group. They took 8 casualties. That's gotta hurt, right? When they took this one, they had a total of 8 casualties. It's entirely possible they've dispersed. Well, we're gonna take the chance and actually find out. Now, no, I can't, because as soon as I move up, this tank will fire them, the armored car. So it's got that covered. Need to do something about that. Okay, so I think I might want to move him away. I also need to get a scout up here or there. Actually, I'll put him here. And then put him there. And wait for the bang. Nope, no bang. Okay. Oh, we spotted something there somehow. How is that possible? Okay, we've seen them there. Okay, we got scouts there. I got a bad feeling about this. I think I should pull these guys back. So I don't need to lose scouts right now. not in this area. But if I pull them back, then I don't have any. Actually, no. Yeah. I have information. They're not needed. I'm gonna pull them back. I don't have any other place to put them. And if these scouts open up on him, as I've noticed he sometimes does, my scouts don't fire back, right? And he's on a road, which is... Nah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if I was moved back on the mixed and the scouts moved up, then... Now, we must have only seen that when I looked around that way, so... Because he didn't show up right away. I don't have a place to put him that would put him out of line of sight. That's mixed. He's in that. That is mixed. Okay, these hexes look like orchard. Okay, those are trees. That hex is mixed. That hex is mixed. That is orchard there. Okay, they only look like they are. Yeah, I'm gonna pull them back. He's got a pretty good line of sight here, actually. So he's got that side covered. He's got this side covered. Yeah, he does as well. Okay, so that's a good position to leave them, I think. Like I say, I'd really like to move forward faster, but I don't. I just have few units left. If I start throwing them away through more stupidity than usual, then I just feel like I'm never gonna get. I have a chance of taking victory X this year. I think, and I think when if I can build, you know, actually get forward here, I will take them. I think, because I think I will have actually done okay in this side. Whether it'll balance the loss of the other platoon and the other units that are going to be lost here, because I don't see how we can avoid that. I don't know. I mean, the reason I attacked in the side with the main company is because that is where most of the points are. Now I don't know. This is a bit of a tricky situation. He's probably the only one who can fire at them now. But I'm actually going to move him back this way, just so he's a little bit behind. And not actually in the line of sight of the tank. What can he see? Actually, if the tank moves up here, well, probably what will happen is he'll put suppression on that. So let's actually. He has no suppression. 3%. Now he's probably gonna fire back, and I don't. This is probably not gonna end well. He's not even pinned. Okay, I did cause some damage there, which is probably the only reason that his shot went a bit wide. Okay, Ellie. Yeah, his suppression went up so quickly now that he's. I don't have. My chance of hitting him is actually lower than it was. Okay, well that worked out. I think these units are not. I think these units are not very strong anymore. I think they've taken a lot of casualties. But the mines, I don't know if the mines. Okay, so we need to enable these guys. The tank mines are on. Hey, okay. Yep. Fortunately, this one only has machine guns. Alright, so, side. They're probably gonna get hit with artillery fire. He should be. He's got to be running low on ammo in his artillery. I mean, really, he's been pounding away and pounding away for so many turns now. That's. I don't know. At least he got all the luck. Thing is, it's on different computers, right? So, I mean, you can't. There's no connection between a random number generator. I mean, which is kind of odd when you think about it. I mean, the only random number generator that the other player, that the opposing player depends on the or that the player depends on the opposing player's system is for opportunity fire. Everything else is strictly your own. Whether your computer is now generating shitty random numbers, this is entirely your problem. I don't know. I mean, this position should be now well known, right? There's no reason for not to hit them with mortars. We'll move infantry up to try and take them on. So something's up. I don't know why he hasn't done that yet. Okay, so these guys need to move. They really don't need to stay here. It looks like the cavalry are moving this way. The cavalry are moving up this way around this side. That's probably going to get taken out. Actually, he's retreating, so he's probably going to run this way. And guess what? That's where the cavalry will be. So, yeah. Now this is awkward because I don't really want to move these guys too far. The cavalry are coming. The cavalry are coming. Something like that. I'm probably gonna lose my tanks, I think. The cavalry could take them out with grenades. That should be interesting. A little bit disconcerting, I think, but what can you do? They can't see them yet. I wonder if he's seen. Okay. Let's move them that way. I'm actually gonna think I'm gonna move them again. Actually, if they're coming up this side, then I might as well leave them like that. Yeah. Might as well leave them like that, and these guys are not doing anything, so I'm actually gonna move them this way. This way. Well, these are very short range, so there's no point in putting them out on the side, I think, because there's anything here will probably be more than 13 hexes away. And they can approach from an angle that would make it difficult for them to hit anything anyway, because I think they're probably going to come up around this side. But then once I see them, I'm gonna hit them with whatever mortar ammo I have left, which is unfortunately is not very much. Unfortunately, so. Remind myself how much I have. Like I have 2 rounds there. 2. Kind of a whole 2. 3. A whole 3 rounds. That's just not gonna. Got 6 there. This is how bad the random number generator's been for me. I mean, we're on turn 10 and I'm out of mortar ammo. 2 of my mortars, 3 of my mortars only had 2 full salvos in them. One mortar had 4 full salvos in it. Okay, yeah, thanks, High Command. No, I mean, I need artillery. It's much more difficult. Much more difficult when you have to conserve ammo very early on in the game. So. Yeah, I have smoke. That could still be useful somewhere. Not sure where. But we'll see. Alright, so we pushed that one back. That actually puts this one in a good position because he may be able to move up that way. We're definitely going to get hit with the artillery again, but it's probably going to be more accurate this time. So he needs to move, but I don't know where. Well, I think the next salvo that hits him will probably be the last one. Because I don't. He's managed to escape actually getting hit, even though he's had 75mm rounds landing in the same hex as him. And I think the problem is, of course, that the 75mm rounds, so they just the splash effect of them is just not enough to. You have to get basically direct hits, but it's also going to take us one direct. All it will take is one direct hit, and then it's going to be suppressed enough that he's not going to be able to do anything. But I can't move him. If I move him back, then that means he has to move forward again to try and hit that. I could fire at it, but then he's probably going to get suppressed, and his movement rate is now affected by combat friction. I don't know what to do, as usual, so I'm not going to do anything. I think that's it. I'm going to leave these guys as they are. If artillery, well, so far he hasn't used much mortars fire. So you can either hit those guys, or you can hit those guys, or you might be able to hit maybe 3 targets. So you have to pick which ones they are. Maybe 4. I don't know. He's got to be running low on ammo as well. I don't see how it can. It doesn't last the entire 15 turns. No matter, even if you get full 50 rounds, which is unusual, it does not last the entire 15 turns. You have to start conserving, which is right. That's how it should be. I mean, yes, it's a game, but there has to be a limit. Otherwise, just keep blasting away forever, and just an arcade game then, really, not a conflict simulation. I think I'm done. No artillery being called in. These mortars will move up this side. I'll deploy them on this hill here. That way they can cover that side and that side with nice short-range fire, and possibly fire into this clearing if stuff shows up. There's a height 1 here, which is actually beneficial. There's nothing defending these guys at all. The tanks will probably move back. I think the cavalry up might move up. At least one of them will move up to the high ground and try and take that on. This one should retreat at the end of this turn. What's name? These guys now should retreat. They actually won't attack this turn, so they may actually run properly. Which is unfortunate for him, because that means they'll put him in the open, which may be what he's just trying to get. Anyway, let's make sure they're pointing that way. I don't think it matters, because the cavalry will be coming around. They'll be coming round the mountain. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Sure, I'll stop now. Let's just check ranges. I don't know why I did that. Alright. Let's see. Range 3. Range 3. Range 3. Alright. Well, if he moves forward, it's tank mine time, and that could go badly, or it could go well. Uh, they're well. I mean, they are adequately equipped to deal with that armored car at close range. Now, if two more show up, which I suspect is what will happen, then things get a little bit more difficult. However, the anti-tank units are close by. Anyway, moving on. We'll examine that after, or maybe not. I don't know. Range 4. I don't think he even fired. Their range is at 16 hexes. Okay, something fired him at 16 hexes, but that's not obvious where that came from. It's too kind of far away. I'm going to shorten it down. That's probably not good. I may want to actually. It came across this side, so it can't. Well, these trees are blocking line of sight, I think. Let's have a look. I mean, where can we be seen from? Because okay, that's really weird. Because how did he get attacked from 16 hexes? Oh, okay, they might have been. Okay, this smoke might be new. Right. So now you can't see me anymore. So actually what I might do, well, it's gonna reset that to 4, because I want him to be able to fire, alright, that's, okay, 3 should be alright then. No, I want him to be able to fire to here. Yeah, I want him to be able to fire to that hex. I'm actually putting more smoke in here, but it really isn't. Well, that'll do for now. That will do for now, I guess. This one is 4. We'll leave that. 3. We'll leave that. 0. 3. He's the one with just rifles and hand grenades. LMG. He's still got his LMG, so he's at range 3. Yeah, there's height one area in the middle of the map, which is probably is going to allow me to move those units with. If I move them fast enough, then I might be able to get them across the clearing before somebody gets onto the high ground. Before the cavalry get onto the high ground, and I can see them out in the open, moving very quickly. So, let's see. I'm actually gonna pull them back. I'll leave that one there for the moment, but I'm gonna actually move the commander back this way, because really this position is not helpful. now. It does put them quite far away, but once the this LMG's up here, then I'll move him back, because he can provide some covering fire in that direction. Won't be anything right behind here though, unless he moves back out that side, but that's okay. Mortars. Can't have everything, I guess. So, in this game, you definitely do not get everything. That I can guarantee you. Anti-tank rifle units moving up on the south side. 7 hexes. I'm actually going to shorten that down to 4 again. Now, they should have seen him by now, because there's like 4 units here. So, I think mortars are a definite possibility. Definite maybe. But we'll leave him there, because he's the only thing that's providing some support in that area. I have the tanks, but they have to get out of here soon. They got no infantry support. They got nothing around them. That is going to end badly if the cavalry get close. Although from what I've seen in my solo game, it doesn't quite work that way when the infantry do not have machine guns. The rifles are very short range, so they have to get very close. And they have to be able to deliver. Actually, they have to get very close, like probably under 3 hexes, to lay a lot of hits on it to get the same effect. Because when I tried it in the solo game, they didn't cause any suppression at all at 6 and 7 hexes. So, oops, going around again. Okay, well, now the tanks were. I'm gonna leave their ranges set. They set to 0. I'm gonna leave their ranges set at 20. I don't see any reason to change that. They cannot see over there. Now, since he's moving his tanks out now, I don't think I'll see any in this side, because he's only got armored cars. They are classed, but in here they might be useful, but it's not ideal, right? It's just too closed in. So, let's see, is there anything else I want to do? Okay, well that's not a bad position, but he's going to need to move again. I think just get him out onto here, or maybe onto this high ground, so that he can fire out across here. Even just onto the slope might be alright. Okay, so, some progress being made. It's turn 10, so we got a few more turns left. Some time to take that. I'm getting a suspicion that his strength is dwindling in this area. It looks like he's focused a lot of his efforts down here, and that is now explains why I was so easily overrun. I mean, he's taken these, but defending them is proving difficult. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going to end. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I think that's going to be it. Rangers have been checked. No artillery being called in. Yeah, I think that's it. End the turn. And the Kuhwagen retreated. Alright, so